Hey guys, welcome back to Factorio. I am SeiferKatt and we have bean power. That's pretty good. So, now we've got lots of power, we can do some real crazy stuff. But before we do crazy stuff, we've got a couple of issues we've got to solve. First off, Sulphur ran out. So, got to fix that, I suppose. I always like to do a little bit of a walk around my base between streams just to make sure like what errors I've missed. And running out of Sulphur is one heck of an error, if I do say so myself. Because it is. And actually that can be like that. Anyway, so what we do need to do is get the sulfur from there to here-ish? No, from here. What we could do is grab that up there, grab that up there, and then we can connect it. You know, we're going to use a few more underground pipes because quite frankly, we should have the resources to be able to build whatever the heck I want now. And I believe we've even got some underground pipes that are ready to be picked up. So, yeah. So the main goal of this episode is really just expand my mineral production. So electrolyzers are going to happen. Yeah, that's about it actually, just more electrolyzers. So sulfur, that's going to help that, but quite frankly we're not producing enough sulfur for what we're making. But that is not my big concern because we had another concern, I wrote it down. Farm mud liquefy. Yes, that's right, farm mud liquefy. I know what that means. It means that my farms aren't running because the mud is getting backed up. So we're going to do a couple of things. Well, we're not going to do a couple of things. We're only going to do one thing, and that one thing should be enough. Which is we are going to have the mud turn into sand. Somehow. So mud, we're going to output that. So if the mud gets all the way to the end, that means it's clearly not wanted or needed right now. And we're just going to output it to here. Seeds in there, no. But just chuck the seeds in there, that's fine. So then we can just start using the mud to build more sand. And because that might not always work quite the way I want it to. Actually, that'll be fine for now. No, it's not quite right. Landfill is called. Landfill recipe. No, isn't it just sand, or does it have another name? Sand, it is sand. Okay, and so that'll allow the mud water to come through. Because right now the problem is the mud water stopped. And if the mud water stops, so do my crops, and that's just not acceptable. Do we have better tanks than what we've got? We do. A big Petrochem 200k tank. So I'm going to build that there, just so that way we also have extra reserves. It's always better to have extra chem reserves. But I'm going to figure it anyway. It's going to take a little while, but it'll get there. Okay, so put a big old tank right there, I suppose. We can always move it. Actually, no, moving is going to be a pain. I don't want to move it. The plan then, if I'm not going to move it, is to put it out this way. Immediately I've lost it. One would argue I lost it a while ago. That'd probably be about right. Okay, so I'm gonna put this out here. That way it doesn't get in the way of my expanding steam pipes later. And the mud should be about resolving itself eventually. It hasn't done it yet. It's got to get through 98 more units of mud, I suppose. In the meantime, 23 more sand. Nice. But yeah, that'll fix itself. So the next problem we're going to worry about is sulfur. Because we've got all our slag, and that's exciting. Happy to see all that slag. But we also do need to start getting rid of... start turning that slag into sludge. And that's not happening because we're running out of sulfur. Now the good news is we are producing the sulfur here, but it's just not turning out to be enough. So I think right now we don't need this little production facility I had anymore. We're actually going to bust that down. Because while we're always going to need sand, we are actually producing sand in a lot of different places. So I'm going to take this down, and hopefully this doesn't come back to bite me in the ass one day. It'll bite me in the ass one day, I know, but I can always make another thing like this. It's not a big problem. I hope I didn't need that water pipe. Hopefully I haven't pulled away anything that was important right now. Okay, so. Where was this water pipe going? Oh, it's going around that way, okay. So we can pull that. Because then we've got a little bit more space to be able to work, like make another chemical plant or two. You know what? Let's make two. Friction, let's make one. Really held to my guns there. Okay, chemical plant. We're going to put it... So we're going to do a couple of these, and the problem is we're going to need that sulfur. What we could do... You know what we could do is this. We do a couple of chemical plants like that. Bring the oxygen in and around, because the oxygen's only been... Oh, the oxygen's a bunch of stuff here. But we could go... Like... then how would we get the sulfur into the chest? Good question. We don't get into the chest. Obvious answer. So then we need the oxygen, which that's an easy enough thing to get if it wasn't for the fact that I've got one pipe left. Oh, 1 in 13. Okay, I can see how that can happen. That's a little bit more encouraging. Okay. So, sulfur. And we're going to need another chemical plant. That's okay. You know what? I think it's time to steal more stuff. Remember, kids, it's okay to steal if it's your own stuff. Right. Maybe another chemical plant as well, because let's be honest, we could do some cool stuff with that. And we're currently researching metallurgy? Metallurgy? I don't know. I don't know how to say that. I've failed. But that'll be useful for when we need to increase my steel production, which is going to be needed in the near future. Okay. That water can go away. That's can that. Quite frankly, all that water can go. And so that's building up. That's all right. I can come out this way. Good. And grab that. So that's going to make my sulfur dioxide gas, which is almost what you need for what's it called? Sulfuric acid. But I will make another sulfuric acid tank just to be on the safe side, which needs purified water, which is easily enough obtained. Sulfuric acid, good. So we're going to go purified water coming from here. And that could be a bit trickier with where I've got this oxygen pipe. Could always move this pipe up actually, that's not really a problem. Yeah, moving that pipe up is not a problem, I should do that. Maybe 2 units up. Let's go. 2 units up is correct. Okay, that's good. Get rid of that water because it's just in the way, and quite frankly, I don't need it anymore. Okay. That's good. Now we've got a little bit more room for the gas. Couldn't remember what it's called, so I'm just going to make hissing sounds and hope that answers everyone's questions. And then, like that, and then we have more sulfuric acid gas. Sulfuric acid isn't a gas, just sulfuric acid being made. They should be producing quite a bit of that. Oxygen's fine. Sulfur dioxide gas could probably look into that, because there ain't no reason not to. I mean, aside from limitations of space, but hey, those limitations I create. I'm in charge of that mistake. There we go. So we're burning through our sulfur a little bit faster, but that will build up now that we're not venting the sulfuric wastewater. And so that means these things should be going a little bit crazier than normal. And that should be going up there. I don't know if I'd like it going quite that direction. I think we could probably even make that a little bit easier. Just tidying up a little bit as we go. Quite frankly, we would be better off having it come up and around and just go more of a direct route. But not that direct, that's too direct. There's a limitation how direct you can be in life, and that was the limitation right there. We found it. We have, as usual, missed up. I was about to say we've missed a pipe somewhere, but we haven't. Okay, so that saves up a little bit of room in roundabouting. Let's go with the sulfuric acid. Sulfuric wastewater, rather. Oh yeah, it goes round and round. Not great, but I'll take it. Okay, so that means my slag should be experiencing a new world of being melted down into sludge, or slurry, as the correct term is. Looks like we might need some more filters. That's not a problem. Okay, I was kind of expecting to build more than 9. So I was also wondering, like, for the electrolyzers, am I going to continue building the ones that go half the speed but put an extra output? And I could, but also I've gone mad with power. And in being mad with power, I wonder, is it even necessary now? I say no, probably not. At least not until I have construction bots, and then I don't need to think about it. I can just chuck it all down and have it sort itself out. Because I mean, while this is probably just as efficient, actually. This is outputting 420 slag per minute, and this is outputting 360. So this is actually outputting more. But it did require more setup. But I can do more setup, it's not a problem. Like, just being worried about setup, that's a coward's way out. Am I a coward? Yeah, kinda, but it's not the... Shut up. Okay, so sulfuric acid coming in, good. Maybe another liquefier would be good. We like iron, that's alright. Because we shouldn't be lacking iron for long. And in fact, I believe over here we've got a bunch of pipes, copper pipes, so not entirely ideal for that plan. Okay, so we've got a lot of power. Does that mean we should use it all? I mean, part of me says, yeah, why not? Who is it going to hurt? The other part of me goes, maybe I shouldn't just go nuts just because I can, because I will need it later. And so that does make me change my mind a reasonable degree. Because I will need that power for future productions. And it's good to have it planned, but I don't know, probably not. I just kind of want to expand the power out. Just one more refinery. That's going to take a little while to build, actually. I'll let it do its thing. So, at some point I'm going to start thinking about brass or bronze. The one that requires tin and copper. I always forget if that's brass or bronze. Why are you not making things? Because you don't have iron. If someone keeps taking all the iron. What a monster. Who would do that? Another refinery. Okay, so that's going to take a little while to go. So then maybe I'm going to start thinking about building... If I had more steel, then maybe I would make the electrolyzer thing. And maybe I should. Maybe no matter how you look at it, I should be building the better electrolyzers, because it is a good system despite the fact that it's very long-winded, and I still don't think that's enough. I just don't have enough electrolyzers. So I don't know how many I've got on the belt at the moment, but probably not enough is the correct answer. But I could always just build more. And is there a way to find out exactly how much that is? 27, huh? Okay. So if I go... That's not really actually helping me at all. Actually, wait, no, yes, it does help me. It helps me immensely. Because if I only do the sand... Boop. Okay, there we go. That's how much space it's going to need. More or less. Only problem is, it does look like we're going to run out of sand. Oh yes, thinking I need a blasting charge for that. No, I don't think I do need a blasting charge. More electrolyzers would be very good. In fact, I think I make this... No, I think it's good the way it is. The only issue is I do need more... Not electrolyzers, I need more electrodes. Okay, let's see what my sand makers have for me today. Hopefully a lot of sand. I don't need too much more sand, I suppose. It's 565 sand, that's pretty good. Those farms are making their way downtown. Also good. And it'd be good to have another fuel refinery. Probably can even go like that. Wait, how are they low on power? Oh, I see. Because they weren't connected to the grid. Maybe I need to actually think about getting a second set up to the grid, because that's way too easy to just fall over right now. Okay. I think that's a good plan. Just because if that falls over on the grid, it may not be noticed for too long. So if I just do a really cheap and dirty power line setup, just coming down here. I mean, this will be deleted at some point, but right now it's just, it keeps things going. That's good. Just to make sure we've got some redundancy in my power lines. Okay, so I did want to go 3 more. Actually, let's build a 4th one, even though I don't necessarily need it right now. Because let's just plan for it, you know? You do a gap. You know, I see, I'm glad I built those redundancy lines. Immediately I cut down those redundancy lines. Okay, good. Put those redundancy lines back in, because let's be honest, we're gonna need them. And then we have... Hang on, I thought we had another one. I guess not. I notice the power is not being drawn from these. That's concerning. Let's actually draw those power properly. And let's actually build a line to that as well. Okay, so we've got 50 megawatts of power and we're using about 27. That's good. And this fuel oil is just only going up. These are not quite working at 100% capacity. But I think it's okay. The big problem right now is the lack of mud coming through. I think it was fine before, but the problem we had before wasn't the fact that the mud... So now it's like we had too much mud, now we don't have enough mud. Can we not win this? Is there no way to win this? Well, I do have 4 more of these washing plants. I mean, I could always use them to just make a bit more mud. Why not? How much water do you guys use? You use 4,500. How much water do you produce? 72,000. Okay. So, plenty of water is what I'm translating from that. Okay. And that probably also produces enough water to just get by. To just get by, you know. No, okay. Because it's important that we keep going down that way. Okay. So... maybe we need a little bit more space. I just don't want these farms to run out of mud. Because if they run out of mud, that just harms me quite a lot. Okay, so mud comes in from there. And when you're doing swamp farm, you kind of have to expect these sorts of things, I suppose. And we've got another flare stack from when we were doing this a second ago. Two and one more. There's no reason to have these extra spaces, but I just like them aesthetically. It's not a good enough reason to do anything, honestly, but hey, here we are. The light mud water turns into thin mud water. We'll do a pump here for now. Connect that everything up. That up, connect that up, connect that up. Power it. Okay, it's powered. Probably need to get a clarifier. Or another washing plant. Another washing plant would also work. Feel like we don't have the resources for either, so that's not helpful. wonder if this will go over here. Probably not. Nah, it's one short. Okay. But if I move the clarifier one further along to be like that, then not only can we do this, but then we actually have no backup. I thought I had another plan, but it turns out I don't. Okay. And then I need a clarifier or something. That's alright. And let's just do an underground pipe there so I can get between these things. Sulfuric acid's coming in good. Slag's being dissolved. Slag is requiring work there. I already said that, but I didn't build more liquefiers. We'll get there. That's building up. Why is that building up? Oh, because the casting machines. Okay, we've got to that point, have we? Okay, well we still need to actually do what we did for the iron production. So let's get onto that then, I suppose. Alright, so what do we need? We need casters. Which for that we just need iron and some steel, which I think we're fine with that. 2 of those. A washing plant, good. And then we'll see how we go. Okay, then we're casting our iron. And we should be good. That should melt down the copper at a much faster rate now. Might even speed it up a tad. Oh, because it was coming on the other side before. Okay, so what we need to do then, probably have it like that. There we go. Tidy. So, liquefiers. Did we build a liquefier? I remember I wanted to build a liquefier. I still didn't build one. Still need iron for it. Okay. Can we build a liquefier now, Mr. Game? We can. Lovely. Really making me work for it today. I don't think I ever noticed, game. I noticed. Cool. So that's going to make that a decent amount faster. And this should be actually going sometimes. It is. Now the question I've got is, what do I do once... What do I do at some point? Because at some point I've got to figure out what to do with the slag, and I may almost be at a point where I want to start... I don't know if I want to start building a train network, but I want to start having a position, like a situation where I have a lot of slag being produced and smelted down. That may be a thing that I'm doing in the near future. Not quite yet, but we're getting closer to it. So, yeah. Metallurgy 2 is metallurgy? I don't know how to say that word, and it bothers me every time I get to say it. Is proceeding with the lack of iron mostly. I find it interesting. I thought we'd be having lots of iron, but why are you not producing iron? Can't get around to it? You're bored? What's your excuse, buddy? Not enough slag? Being lazy? No, that's getting too far, I know, I'm sorry. I'm gonna throw 14 more electrodes in here. Just because it's not quite getting to the end, and I hope that 14 will help. What I might do is see how many electrodes I've built, and then just build more. Don't know if that actually helps, but a plan. Okay. Oh, almost made it. That's alright. So, if I just wanted to make this basic setup again, don't quite have the space for it, but I'm not far from it. The need of construction bots is growing when I start trying to copy and paste things though. Maybe that should be my next goal. No, I think my next goal is actually washing plants. Clay, that's what I wanted. I wanted clay. So what do I need for clay? I need a bunch of stuff. Neat. So I do need clay for T2 buildings. And I don't need a lot of clay. I need a lot less clay than you'd imagine. But I do need it. So I need lime, clay, and sand. Alright, well I don't need those anymore. Well, actually, I do still need that one. So, lime. How do I make lime? Limestone. Yeah, that one's easy. That's easy. Clay. How do I make clay? Just a different type of mud. Easy enough. And finally sand. Really? They all come from the same thing, huh? They're just different sections of it. Okay. Well, then maybe that's something I've got space for over here. Yeah, I think I do have space over there. So I need more washing plants. Might do a... I never did finish off that other project, did I? Alright, that's fine. So I don't know if I need a clarifier for that or... Well, we've got 2 clarifiers, so we certainly don't need any more right now. Okay, so my problem was this here is not outputting mud. Solution, make it output mud. Ow. Just be a better person. Good. Solved. Kidding. Nope, nothing's been solved. Well, actually, no. I was thinking I could also just do it this way, but... Oh, and I need to put water in it. I need to power that. Need to put that on a belt. I've trapped myself. Well, that's how entrapment works, you know? One day you're living a good life, the other day, next day you trapped yourself in a maze of your own pipe design. Fuel oil is increasing, that's good. Although while fuel oil is increasing, it's not quite to the point where we're using our full capacity. So we could run into a problem later where the fuel oil is just not going to keep up with it, because I don't think those things are burning at 100% capacity right now. In fact, I know it, they're not. Okay, so slag slurry is maxed out. These things are doing their best. Okay. So what I think the plan here is... I like how I started that sentence and I wasn't quite sure what my plan was. The plan here is we don't have a plan. We'll get one though. We'll get one. Don't you worry about that. There's some sand here. It's 1,000 sand. That's a good number of sand. How close are we to washing plant tech? Because that might be pretty good. No, it's not washing plant tech. It's geodes. Geocrystallization is not something I need. I need geode processing. We're not that far off from that. So we need... And now I need geocrystallization. And that's going to require a little bit of science to go. And at some point I'm going to need to make blue algae to start making plastics, but I don't need that right now. Why is that not? Hang on. Oh, because we expanded the amount of... Oh. Okay. I thought I had a solution for that. Clearly not. No, I guess I clearly didn't have a plan for that. Can I put some filter inserters? That would really help me out, and then I can start being lazy again. Oh, and I tried to put a green one on there. That threw everything apart. Okay. Okay, so the reason why that all stopped was because I made a mistake. So with filter inserters, we can make it so they only output browns and they only output browns. So, brown algae, please, sir. Thank you. Brown algae, please, sir. Thank you. I mean, we can even just do that now. And it's probably tried to put green algae in there like a fool. Okay, it's going to get through its stuff now. So yeah, that was a problem for a little while. It'll fix itself now and it'll start making the coal or charcoal. And the other one, I imagine the other one was always sort of going. Yeah, this one never stopped. It's just doing its best. And really in this life, that's all we can hope for. Okay. I got a little burnt out as well because it stopped making things on my filters for a while, but that's okay. The filters are going now. The slag is being used, being turned into delicious mineral sludge, which is... look at that. Look at that. That's some good stuff right there. Gotta be happy with it. And if you're not happy with it, don't care really. Do what you want. I'm not your boss. Unless I am, in which case, get back to work, I suppose? Nah, it's cool, I don't care. I'm chill that way. Alright, so that's what the least chill boss in the world says. Nah, I'm chill, I don't care. Actually, he cared the most. Yeah, that's probably fine. So I do need to have a little bit more space on the edge there. And then we can worry about what the heck we're doing. Another set of electrolyzers is pretty good. I'll build there, why not? Oh, because one of the things it's trying to build is the pump. There's no pumps. Well, let's just get rid of that pump then. We can figure that pump out later. Okay. So, just chuck down that plan there. Gosh, my kingdom for construction drawings, I swear to God. I need so much iron for this plan. That being said, then it will create more iron, and then more resources beget more resources, you know? I'm gonna need more inserter arms probably by the time this is done. Pipes, probably need more pipes. Looks like these pipes are pretty filled up, so that's nice. We got a fairly full inventory these days. Don't like that. A lot of it is just useless crap as well. Ore, crushed ore goes in there. Good. Saves a bit extra space there. Okay, so what do we need? Probably just more stuff. 8. 8 will do for now. And also want to... Not going to like that because it's the wrong color. They'll be happy now. I could do a custom, what's it called? Upgrade path. Quite frankly, I think that's exactly what I need to do. So, upgrade planner. No, it's not how it works, is it? How do you do the upgrade planning thing? You put it there, and then you put it there. Okay, so from, I remember this now, from that to that, from that to that. Good. Then we just do that, and it'll only upgrade the ones we need. Nice. Glad I remember how to do that. So yeah, I remember what I really like construction bots for here. It's just to be able to do like the little fiddly bits. Like the long bits are easy because you can just walk down a big long line and get them done. Like that. Yeah, no problem with that. Or this. Oops. Just straight. Oh, shoot. Ah, darn it. Okay. Copy, paste. Good. But this will just be like another slag thing, and this will probably be the last bit of slag I need before I start doing the the ore stuff, the geode sorting. Which that's something I'll be thinking about probably in the next week or so. We're definitely going to get there soon though. Oh, okay. At some point I do need to make more, what are they called? Electrodes for this. That's the wrong place. That's the wrong place. Look, I really need to get construction bots. As I said, that maybe that's what I'll do immediately after geode washing. That sounds like a good time. This is tiresome. I'm not entirely sure what all of this is for, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. Parts of it later. Long line. We're going to run out of belts very soon. Which is funny because we've got too much belts even for what we're going to be using. Okay. Oh, we're going to get this part done at least. That's something. And that's going to be water. Okay, so we can just build a pump here, I suppose. It keeps trying to give me the wrong types of pumps. Okay. So I don't really want to build any more stone pipes anymore because we've got plenty of copper to do that. Quite frankly, we can probably do that too, just to make that walking a bit easier. So more of those, please. I don't think I need more copper at this point. You know what? Probably don't need more copper pipes even, but hey, we're here now. Offshore pipe. We're going to need another offshore pipe. So there we go. Another one of those. Let's see how we're going now. How's the tin situation going anyway? Tin is maxed out. Okay. Until we get more iron, this is going to be a little bit slow, but we'll get there. Alright, so that is going to be, I'm pretty sure that's a water pipe. Yes, it is. Okay. Right, that's my purified water, which is important for the purified water. Don't quite know what that's for, but let's follow the chain. Oh, it's to link the two purified waters together. Okay, that's cool. No, we're not using any stone pipes anymore. Quite right. Okay, so we don't have any water on the side, so we can just bring it from here. While we're doing that, we might as well do this. Any more things are beginning to fill with water. That is very exciting. Don't think that is quite as good as it was in the original design. Okay, so that links together. What are these linking to? appear to be oxygen linking to... Oh, okay, yeah, probably don't need to worry about that. Flare stack, we don't have that stuff. Oh, we do have one of those, that's good. Oh, hey, Nuke, how you doing? Ah! Oh, that's not good, I don't think. What's wrong? Can you express your emotions in emojis or in Twitch emotes? Or is it something I need to catch up with you later over? Brain slug. Oh, okay, fair enough. Long day, huh? Yeah. Days, man. Don't even know what happens. That's fair, yeah. Sugar's good. Sugar will help. Nothing better than a good dessert. Well, I reckon anyway. Okay, so this is mostly coming together considering that I don't even know what the design is now. I'm just following it. Just putting things down where I put them before, and I'll fix up anything that breaks. So what we're lacking is a few things, but nothing that can't be repaired later. Okay, so power lines, and then I think about done. Oh, so I guess I need those inserters, and I guess I also need... Here's a question, does that not have one? It does. I must have overridden it at some point by mistake. So, new Monster Train DLC comes out tomorrow, Nuke. Don't know if you care about it, I think you might be doing the Monster Hunter, but I am so keen for more Monster Train. Get a new faction and all sorts of new crazy shit. So, I was gonna say I'll be playing that tomorrow, but I won't be, because I've got a role-playing game tomorrow. Ooh. Role-playing games suck. That's not true, actually. I do enjoy them. But I do also like complaining. You know, why do one when you can complain? Flare stacks, I need 2 of those. Oh, thankfully I got the resources for that. No, chemical plants is something I'm going to need a lot of. Let's just be honest here, I'm going to need more of these. And I'm going to need to connect this to power one of these days, probably today. Oh, I thought I only needed 2 of these. Turns out I need like 6 of these? Okay, well that's tricky. I need an overflow valve. I should be able to make that. Yep. Okay, so what do I need? I need electrodes. I need... Those don't appear to be connected. I don't appear to have built power lines over here yet. Probably important. We start getting electrodes, then we'll actually see where we have gone wrong in life. Running out of power lines is probably a good start to going wrong. But ultimately, this is mostly done. Couple of hiccups here and there, but they'll be resolved soon enough. Okay, that's good, that's good. Yeah, so we need to start making our electrodes. I can never remember how to spell. So I need my carbon and I need a lot of steel. And then I need to figure out what the heck I'm going to do with the slag. Which you'd think was something that I would have thought of sooner, but I haven't. I really hadn't thought of what I was going to do with the slag. I'll get there. So. Two more chemical plants required. More basic circuit boards, that's easy enough. More iron, okay, well... Oh, it looks like science has been coming a long way since I've been working. That's good. It'll get faster as well as we make more resources. Okay, there's my other chemical plant. Can make more electrolyzers, I'd be pretty happy with that. I assume you're getting on the Monster Hunter train, Nuke? I know Vin is, I just don't know if you were. Did I just see something? No, I thought I saw something running out of power with just an oxygen bar. And I came all this way and I didn't actually start building more electrodes. That's fine. No power. Interesting. Why do you not have power? You should have power. Oh, because that power line's not installed. Okay, electrodes. And then we start seeing this shit turn on. So we just need to get steel. Once we get metallurgy, I hate that word so much. Once I get that, then I can make more efficient steel. But I don't have that right now. You know what? We want more carbon than that. You know what? No. You don't make 200 things by hand unless you're a maniac. I'm no maniac. Well, I'm not a maniac today. Go. Carbon. Steel. You guys figure out your own shit, please. And if I want more, I can just come by and pick them up. So, I believe it's time to turn this thing on. At least throw some electrodes into it. I got 9. It's not near enough for where we're going to end up, but... yeah, just start. Oh yeah, then we've got that mineralized water, don't we? What are we doing with the mineralized water? I mean, we're putting it to nowhere. What was the plan down here with the mineralized water? Do we actually end up taking it anywhere? We do. Okay. So see, that was one of those things that we didn't actually think to connect. Probably a non-return valve that way. Okay, so it made 4 things. Then purified water came out, and then nothing happened. Why not? Why did we not get anything out of purified water? Where did our hydrogen go? Maybe that's the real question. Our hydrogen didn't go anywhere. Here we go. Now we're getting purified water. Not a lot of it, but probably enough to get things going. He says, realizing he doesn't have enough to make things going. Well, if I make 2 more electrodes, that'll make 2 more batches of hydrogen and oxygen. Yeah, see, that made water, and that made that, which made more water. Here we go. See, this is working. Okay, and now more slag's coming out. Okay, so all we've got to do is grab those 200 electrodes I was making before. And then we should see some real shit happening. Oh, we didn't even make 200 yet. Okay, well, it's working on it. No need to be rude. That'll make a lot more oxygen and hydrogen. And a lot more slag, which needs to be dealt with. And that's not really making quite enough charcoal. I kind of wanted more than that. I mean, it's what I wonder, do I start exporting the charcoal from down here where it's not being used as much anymore because the refineries have got it? Maybe. Maybe we do. But it does look like this is actually working for now. So we have increased slag production to some degree. And now it's backing up because we've got nothing to do with that slag. Okay, that's good. I mean, it's not great, but... The plan now was maybe we make 3 more liquefiers, 4 filtration units, more filters. God, more filters. Didn't even consider that. We do need to make liquefiers. Whatever we make, we need more liquefiers. But I don't think the problem is... Oh, actually, we do appear to be running out of slag slurry, so... Yeah, okay. No, liquefiers for now is all we need. I want 3 of them, please. Good. Oh, we can make air filters. I wonder when that changed. I wonder if I can... them in there or something. It's hardly the most efficient way of doing things, but it'll do the job. Because then we can bring the sulfuric acid this way. Alright. Good. They all extend out, ready to aid the base with more delicious slurry. Mmm, slurry. It's what's good for you. Pick that up. I kind of want a non-return valve on this one as well. Just because, quite frankly, it's only needed to go one way for now. And we've done the classic mistake where we've brought it in too close. Good work. pull the power cable out by mistake. Okay, so we've got a bunch of slag in our hands. We're just going to pop it down there. Okay, so that is producing more slag, which is making more mineral slag slurry. Hopefully is making enough mineral sludge to get stuff done. It's certainly making more. Now I don't really want to... Do I? I said I don't want to do... And I just stopped because I was like, maybe I do want to just take the charcoal from here. Because right now it's just... It looks like it's using up so much, but it's really not. I could just siphon the wood bricks. No, it's a hell of a siphon job. Meanwhile, the fuel oil is only going up. That's good. Okay, so now we have more advanced iron. And now we need to start working towards washing. Sorry, not iron, more advanced steel production. Really helps thinking when you just go puff, 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 puff for a little bit. Okay, could also start making blue algae. That is an option. What I really want though, I think, is clay. Before that, what I really want to do is make sure the filters don't stop working. As a thought, could we... It's going alright. No, it's not actually. Thought that was going alright, but no. It is not quite producing enough charcoal anymore to keep up with the slag slurry. That's our problem. It's doing its damn best, but it's just not enough anymore. So they can require 30, or they can do 150. 150. That's doing 75. That's not doing that much, so it's doing about 15. That's not doing that near that much. So everything is just not quite doing enough, and that means... Because that's not doing 60, far from it. That's not doing 20, it's maybe doing 3/4 of that. No, it's only doing half of that, so that's doing 75. Let's just say half, so that's doing 10. That's doing 60, which means that's doing 30. The point I'm making here is I really need more algae. And maybe I do start siphoning it from here, because quite frankly, I don't need this much anymore. And there is a really easy filter way. What I could do is split it from here. Because I do still want all this algae. I definitely want this algae. I just don't want it there. So if we bring it up through here... and bring it up through here... and that should give me a decent increase of production. Meanwhile, my algae farms are working and actually getting some shit done. About time. They've been very lazy lately. How much does that output? It outputs 20. And it could use more, so... if it could use more, let's give it more. Okay, so after this, after we've worked on the filter problem a little bit, I'll then get to making clay, because I think that's the next thing I really need. And if I put that there, pick up, drop. There we go. That'll make things slightly faster. And it will also mean that we have enough filtration, because this is also required because this is also powering like the furnaces. So that's probably why that went down a little bit. Okay, so alternative thought. Do we try and bring mineral water and what's the other thing? Mineral water and carbon dioxide up here and just focus these on just pure greens? Is that an idea? Because this isn't quite producing enough charcoal anymore. That's doing okay, actually. Although I'm worried about how many of these are actually emptied. That means this one's not even running. And I do want more mineral sludge. Okay. Could always, as just a thought, build 2 more algae plants, just these terrible green ones. And then just have it doing that. I mean, I can even make the brown algae go somewhere else that is less inconvenient now. So just algae farm, brown comes up there, gets... You know what, I like that. How much does this put out? 37 per minute. That wants to eat 150 per minute. So 37 times 4. Yeah, that's actually correct. Okay, the important part of this is to always trap yourself on the wrong side. So I've done that. That's good. More sand, nice. Yeah, when I do things like that I really think I should download the squeak through mod, because that's ridiculous when I have to fudge around with that sort of thing. Okay, so then we're just going to output, filtered outputs. If we don't do filtered outputs, then it's not going to work properly. Filtered, just for green algae, thank you, sir. Algae, yes. Good. And then we need to get the brown algae on the other side. So we should have... Not quite enough, okay. Brown algae, I'm going to go 2 pickup. There we go. Brown algae again, 2 pickup, that's good. Composter, we can put it right there, I suppose. Brown algae, yep, good. Like that, good. And then one final thing to go like that. It's going to be a little bit bigger of a journey than I want it to be, but it's fine. And then we, like that and like that. One of them goes pick up and drop in the same place, like that, good. Power this baby up. We now have more charcoal being made, which means this should run more efficiently and we should really get through the slag slurry, which means we should be making more iron. Everything is improved. Everyone is happy. Let's figure out clay bricks. Or steel. Steel might be good too, actually. Let's do steel. Okay, wind turbines no longer required. We're burning beans. We don't need wind turbines. When you're burning beans, you don't have time for wind. You know, I just realized burning beans and wind turbines, it does sound like the same reference, doesn't it? Just sounds like fart humor. Alright. It will also mean I'm producing less iron, but that's okay. So, steel. Steel ingots. I need iron and I need oxygen. No, oxygen's not hard, it's just over there. Okay, so we need a blast furnace, which I believe also needs steel, ironically enough. Blast furnace, we could make blast furnace 2 if we had clay. We haven't built clay, can't build it. Then we need an induction furnace. And then I always like to have a small tank. Ooh, new storage tanks, what do these do? Big are they, I wonder? I like how I'm just slowly moving while I'm trying to figure out what's going on in life. Okay, and casting. So we're going to do a thing here. So we're going to go split this up, only taking the charcoal. No, I've done this before. This is the one you only take the charcoal from. Otherwise, you stop both sides. See? I've done this before. Okay. Then we get an inserter going like that, but we want to offset it. What? What am I doing using these old chunky boys? Okay, then I'm going to go underground just for a second so I can chuck that on there. Okay, so that will now be outputting my iron ingots to make the steel. While I'm doing this, actually, I don't need this anymore. That can go away. And then also we need to find a place for steel on the belt. We could probably put it in later. Swing it around the side there. Probably the best way to do it. Okay, but before that, we actually do need to finish what we're doing. So, induction. Induction's easy. Wait. Oh my god, I'm doing all this. I can do steel, but I can't yet because I haven't done the research for it, and that's requiring 150. Okay, so that's going to take a second longer. That probably won't take as long now that I'm not making steel. Has iron production increased recently? That's the real question. Iron ingots, right? But iron is what I care about. And it has gone down drastically in the last 10 minutes. Why? Has everything else gone down? No, just iron. Just iron. Why did iron go down and nothing else? Is this to do with all this copper that I've got up here? Ah, copper is really filled up, huh? Okay, could be a problem coming up soon. Okay, whatever the reason for iron plates dropping from... Oh, it dropped for a minute probably because I was doing that. Looking pretty quick now though. Copper is doing rather well. That's good. Little bit hesitant and scared, but good. It's almost going too well, that's the problem, and then I'm worried the iron's not going to quite match up to it. Okay, well, do I continue this? I might as well, I've built everything else for it. Bronze plates are probably good. Okay, so now we've got to make clay. So clay is going to require a few washing plants. Going to require concentrated, thin, and light. I think that's 4 washing plants, unless I'm mistaken. Alternative, no. Could make clay down here on the farm, but honestly, I don't want to. And then I'll just turn the mud into like more sand or something. In fact, it can just even go into that same box that's right there. Ooh, I'm holding 7 glowing hot plates. That's safe. Okay, and that's right, you can use these wood pellets to fuel this. Okay, so heavy mud water, that's easy. You always need that. Pump, but the first thing it's going to bring up is the wrong sort of pump, like barreling pump and those, but we want a seafloor pump. I prefer it to go that way, but that's a pain. No, it's not. That's manageable. At some point I'm going to have a box just full of crap that I don't want. That day is coming sooner as well, I can see it. I can see that day coming. Okay, so I built the pump, there it is. I already had one, good work. We're going to need a flare stack. I'm pretty sure we don't carry just one of those around. Don't, but we can get that stuff pretty quickly. Because that is stuff that is used for the production? Immediately I've forgotten what I was doing. Flare stack, that's right. I mean, I could turn that into sulfur, but quite frankly, a lot of the sulfur is coming from the charcoal, and I don't really need more. Okay, then we go concentrated mud water, which is still nothing that I actually need. So clay won't actually be as hard to make as I initially thought it was, because I am almost there, I think. So light mud water, and I also need thin mud water, I think. I do also need thin mud water. That's all right. Easy enough. Thin mud water. And then I can just clarify the remainders. No, 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 no. I actually need that stuff, don't I? Okay, well, let's put a pump down. However you look at it, I'm always going to need a pump. Goes. Right there. Okay, so. Oh, and probably should power it too. Okay, so. Every one of these will have an output, because otherwise they're just going to be making pointless mud. And it's only pointless mud if you're not using it, obviously. Okay, pick up, drop, sand, and a mud. Good. Need to power that as well. Good, good, good. Okay, so that's happening. If I move that down just a little bit, down to say here, then we can use the same box. Okay, so now the mud's being dealt with. At some point I'm going to have real problems with mud, I know that. So now I need to make limestone, which is in a washing plant, clay in a washing plant, and sand in a washing plant. So I need 3 more washing plants. Wonderful. It does appear like more iron's coming down to the production side of things, so that's highly exciting. More basic circuit boards, quite frankly, there's enough of those. So I needed 3 more, and I can build exactly 3 more. Great. Okay, so washing plants. Build the first one there, and that's going to be using the thin mud water. So it's going to be making sand. Immediately I wonder if I've made this the wrong way. If I have it coming out that way. It'll give me more space. You know what? Space is not something you should ever worry about in SeaBlock. Okay, so. Sand. Good. And that one's gonna need this light mud water, right? Yeah, light mud water. That's gonna make limestone. And finally, this last one is gonna make clay out of concentrated mud water, I believe that is. It is. Good. So if we go like that, and that almost worked. Then we put some water in all of them, which is pretty easy because you just go like... Okay, then they've all got water. Just tidy that up a little bit so I can actually walk around in future. Okay, then we've got to power it. Now, the limestone, I believe, needs to be cooked. Because to make... we need lime. So we can cook that fairly easily in a blast furnace. Blast furnace can steal its fuel from here. So we'll use up all my sand in a pointless endeavor. Good. What? No. Doing? Okay, so we need another blast furnace, but that's easy enough to come by. See, there we go. Don't have the resources for it. The important thing is I did it with enthusiasm. Okay, blast furnace. Here we go. Got it actually for reals now. Getting a little bit more anxious about this copper situation. Might, just to be on the safe side, build a massive tank off to the side and just fill it with molten copper. I said that and then I was like, I'm really uncomfortable with doing that. Just, not because of any reason, it's just filling a, like, 200k storage tank with molten copper that never hardens is scary. And it should be scary. While I'm here, might as well do that. Those glowing hot plates are going to be in my inventory forever until I ditch them. I need more sand. I notice I am getting a lot more sand easier these days, so that's good. That has 54 sand, that's not even worth the journey. How's my farm going? Is it getting enough mud? I do notice there's an extra farm going, so that's exciting. This one should have a lot, 603. Yeah, so we are making a lot more sand than we used to be making. Plus this one, it's occasionally outputting sand. Why is this not? Oh, because there's no room for it. And fuel oil does look like it's still increasing. So if we speed up the belt, we could probably even be making more. For now, I think we're okay. I think now we go back to our clay production. Right, so we have a blast furnace now. We have next to no conveyor belts. Probably could have picked up more of those. Probably should have. Didn't. Fine, that's where we are now. Don't know if 132 is going to cut it. In fact, 132 will definitely cut it. It's fine. Pick up, drop. So the plan here is the blast furnace comes in right there. Try that again. Right there. And we're going to make that lime. Now it is going to output carbon dioxide, which we can feed to the farms. The hesitation there was because I just realized the farms are kind of full up of carbon dioxide. So new plan, we can just flare stack it. So we don't have to worry about it. Quite frankly, I can make carbon dioxide so easily, I don't really care too much about losing any. And the other side, I'm going to do the similar thing. Except the difference is going to be, it's going to be a different offset. Going to come out like that, come down and around. And it's going to come out like that. But then once this is all powered up, which we are, I can't help but notice we are running out of electrical poles, which we can go pick up some more of. We'd love to get the steel poles, and those will be coming when we get more efficient steel, but they're not here yet. So right now I believe we've probably got a bunch of wooden poles just sitting here, not being used. Might as well take them. Got no copper. Funnily enough, we've got a lot of copper, so I don't know why we have no copper in my inventory. I can just do this and feel good about it. Because I know we have so much copper in my base, it's not even funny. I will just make 71 stacks of it. In fact, no, that's a silly mistake. We want to make a few stacks and then make a lot. Otherwise we'll be waiting around for like 71 cables and then be like, oh yeah, now I guess it's time to make the stuff. Okay, so then we need to start, well, then we need to make the bricks, which is going to be fairly easy because we go assemblers. For a moment there I thought I didn't have any assemblers. Do have is trying to make 51 power cables. Okay, so assemblers. Clay bricks. Just make those clay bricks, please. There it goes, making clay bricks. Then, finally, we need to melt those. Well, not melt them, that's not quite how bricks work. No, you cook bricks, don't you? Then we bring the bricks into this furnace that I'm about to build. Yep, just a regular stone furnace. I was about to say, and this is probably where I find that I've already got one, but I didn't. I'm legitimately surprised. And then we're making bricks. And then I want them on the belt. Meanwhile, iron has not really increased how much I have. Copper is doing very well for itself, and I think we're all very impressed with copper. I can't help but notice this has stopped working. Why? Guess we ran out of stuff? Interesting. How do we run out of purified water? That wasn't really supposed to be able to happen. Oh, because these are also taking purified water from other sources. Okay. Well, we might as well take purified water from a different source as well, because we can. And the source we'll take it from will be... Yeah... Yeah, yes, good. No, it's not. How do we get the purified water up there? There we go. So I don't think it makes quite enough water to actually be able to manage its full situation. It's outputting water. Right, I remember. We needed overflow valves for, no, top-up valves for that, didn't we? Okay, so that's another mistake I've made. Alright, if I ever stop making mistakes, I'm sure someone will let me know. No, no one will let me know because it'll never happen. Okay, so we've got another 117 electrodes. So 2 top-up valves. Beep, beep. And we want to put a top-up valve on both the water pumps. Not quite like that. Close. I prefer it being a little bit more like that. Good. So it shouldn't be pumping very often. Just enough to keep the water flowing. Well, can we build more electrolyzers? I think we can. And the other top-up valve, which is right here. Good. Okay, it does seem to be going much cleaner now. With a lot more slag coming through. And since it's looking so nice, I think we should just really screw it up just a bit more. Okay. So spread out those electrolyzers a little bit just so that way we can actually get them into the queue a bit faster. Kind of funny, like we really need this oxygen and hydrogen, and sometimes it does actually burn it off. So that's alright. Why is that not working for you? Because you're trying to go the wrong way. I have a funny feeling if that's trying to go the wrong way, is the one its opposite also doing that? No, no, just that one. Okay. But yeah, we're still not quite making enough purified water. Now we could make more, because I see there's enough oxygen and hydrogen gas for it. So, do we have enough for another chemical plant? Probably not. We're probably lacking iron. Yeah, we're lacking iron in 3 separate ways. That's exciting. That's like a new record somewhere. See, this is something I was afraid of happening. We've got a lot of copper. Just a lot of copper. Too much copper. Okay, that's alright. I mean, that's why we made this new facility, so we would make more copper. We will fix that shortly. Make sure I didn't kill power to anything there. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put the molten copper in this tank like I suggested before. I don't really like it, but it just needs to be done. Just so we can get this fixed up for a while. Because until this gets fixed up, we've got this like huge long belt full of good stuff just doing nothing. It is mostly copper, admittedly, but still good stuff. And that should start re-entering the field any moment now. Here we go. Appears to only be the side that's copper. It'll get itself fixed. Copper and slag. Woo! It's exactly what this factory needs, just more copper and slag. Okay, so that molten copper thing, that's going to be a problem if we don't figure out how to use a lot more copper soon, which we probably will. Because I'm pretty sure we'll be needing a lot of copper later on. At the very least, what we could do is start turning those copper ingots and grab the tin ingots and start making bronze. I don't know if we have bronze refining yet. Molten bronze, do we have it? We do. We could start making bronze. That would probably fix some of my problems. We have a very similar thing to what we've done here, except a little bit further along. Okay, let's start doing that then. I like how we made clay and then we just never did anything with it. It'll get there. We'll get there. Don't worry about it. Okay. And we want to split that, split that. Oh, that means we're also going to need to figure out how to get the tin up here. Would be easy to get the tin down. No, they'd both be a pain. Is there a line? I could bring the tin up through this line. It's a pain no matter how you see it. I shouldn't have built the tin and copper separated, but I did. I knew I would need to do this, and I did it anyway. Oh, don't beat yourself up about it. Just get it done, right? Right. And I probably want to offset it that way. Okay, so. A lot of tin coming in. That's good. Not tin, copper. Nope, iron. Fuck, I gotta learn my elements. Okay, so now we need the tin. So we're going to... How's this going? We should have lots of... We do have lots of clay bricks. That's good. Maybe I just need to make a blood belt and do it that way. That is a terrible idea, and I should never be forgiven for what I just suggested. Blood belts should never be a thing aside from like quirky amusements. If you don't know what a blood belt is, it's basically the same as a sushi belt, essentially. You just chuck it all on one belt, but the difference between a blood belt is you try and use wires to make sure it only puts out things that you need. It's not a good idea. I did try to do a run of it once. It was... Oh boy, was that a mistake. But yeah, it was a mistake if you're wondering where this sentence was going. But it was interesting. It was certainly something I'll never do. I tried to do it 3 times. I guess I will try to do it again one day. I used to call it the Chaos Belt. Because I never really quite figured out how to do the circuitry with it. There was a mod that does blood belts better. I mean, I did stupid rules with the Chaos Belt. I tried to stream it. I upset people because they were like, they'd come online and be like, why is literally everything on the belt? I'm like, it's the rule. I had a stupid rule which was basically entropy must always increase. So whatever you did, it always had to just be the least efficient thing. I don't think I need to tell you why it failed. I think it's pretty easy to tell why it failed. And if it's not, if you're trying to do the least efficient thing every time, you really do the least efficient thing and nothing actually gets made. I got stuck on so long on red science and it wasn't actually as much fun as I thought it would be. Funny that. Okay, so now we've got our tin, we've got our copper. Now we can make bronze. It is time to enter the Bronze Age. How exciting. And of course that'll start using our copper more, which means hopefully that molten copper thing will decrease. But quite frankly, I don't see it decreasing rapidly. It certainly will decrease, I don't doubt that for a moment, but rapidly is the point. Now, because of what I've done, I don't actually have... I need my blast furnace, but I need my stupid steel thing back. Thought I wasn't going to be doing this anymore, but it turns out I'm absolutely doing this a bit more. I only need just a bit more steel, that's it. And once I get that steel, then it'll be a little bit better. I dismantled that a little bit early, I think. I think we can all admit. By us all, I mean just me really. There's no one else who admit this. Output priority is charcoal. Okay, good. And now we can make our alloy. There's also some iron on the belt. Didn't really need that there, but there it is. Put that in there. Quite frankly, actually, why don't I just do it this way? Because I mean, I'm not doing that other thing right now anyway, so I could just this. I thought I could make bronze. What have I missed? Oh, you don't need to blast furnace it. Of course not. It's already been blasted. So you just need to induce it. Okay. Induce it. Induct it. What? Oh, which also means I don't need this charcoal. That's convenient. Just gotta induct it. Gonna be a bit of a slow induction there because it's gotta pick up quite a bit. Then I want to cast it. That's all it is really, isn't it? It's just casting and inducting and casting it. Oh well, yeah, okay, I guess that's how things work. Okay, and then we have bronze. And that's pretty good. Bronze is needed for some things. I don't think it's needed for a lot, but it is needed for bronze pipes. It's needed for fast belts, as well as steel, fast inserters. So it's needed for the next level, like T2 of stuff, which is good. It's good to have that stuff ready. Because T1 is basically just iron and copper. T2 is where you start being like, okay, well, iron and copper is good. I think we all like the iron and copper age, but it's time for new, fancier space dust. So the next thing we probably need to worry about is how much iron can we put out? And maybe that's where we start. How are we going with mineral sludge? I still don't think we're going great with it. And it's probably now due to lack of filters. Hashtag not enough filters. That's doing its best, but again, just not enough purified water. So, I think we make some more purified water plants because we don't have the hydrogen. That's the problem, actually. Are we running out of hydrogen all over the base? No, just there. Okay. Oxygen, hydrogen. Because does this put out? Oh, because it'd be H2O, isn't it? So H2O. Does that mean more hydrogen? Oh, but you use more hydrogen for water. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so we need to find a place to make more purified water. I mean, this is a place. But we also just need to... Can we connect this hydrogen to more hydrogen? Maybe that's another question we've got. And I think the answer is yes, we can. Just how? if we connect it through the wonders of science this way. Not quite that way. Close to that way. Why don't we just make the here, we've got this big empty space. Look at that, we could just go bam bam. Give it a bit of space actually. Purified water. Here's some hydrogen. Suck it up, boys. That is the tagline for hydrogen, by the way. Hydrogen, suck it up, boys. Okay, then we need oxygen, which we can also take in a similar way. And we can even take it from up there, but I don't know if we will. Take it from here. Yeah, we're just gonna do that. Go underneath for a moment. Good. It's always good to have a very clean system with no like weird things going on. And that's what I promise. Okay. That's gonna output more. Wait. Is that not connected to hydrogen? No, it's not. It should be, but it's not. There we go. That's going to output more purified water. Which quite honestly, we just need lots of that. Okay. So more purified water means more electrodes being washed. More electrodes being washed means more slag. More slag means more resources. More resources means we're going to need more filters. Well, that enthusiasm died quickly. I think we just built a big filter farm over here, just a huge one, because quite frankly these little stopgap meshes we've been making have not been enough. The oxygen is also not quite enough, so maybe what I'll do is I'll steal that. And also I notice we are about out of time for today's episode. So yeah, we've got 40 seconds. That's also known as not enough time. Alright then, well, I think I'm done for today. I have done my 2-hour shift, and I will return... when will I return next? Probably Monday for another shift. So I'm quite busy this weekend. I'll try to make Sunday, but I may be absolutely tuckered out and unable to make it. So I don't know. Monday is more plausible at this stage. Beyond that, I will be uploading this video to YouTube. I haven't uploaded the last couple of videos to YouTube, so I do want to be doing that tonight. So if you want to watch this series and can't make it live, or you just want to watch the older ones, you can find them on youtube.com/SeiferKatt. They are all about 2 hours long, so you know, if you want to go to sleep listening to the sound of my voice and the sounds of a factory, you are welcome to. It's weird to say, but some people actually do enjoy that. I don't know why. Beyond that, yeah, I try to stream around this time, 2 hours a time, whenever I can. I try 3 nights a week, so if you'd like to see this factory continue to grow, please do give a follow, and feel free to follow me on YouTube as well. Beyond that, I am done with my shift tonight. I am clocking out, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!